Hello, welcome to Sports Broadcasting Camp. I am Patrick, along with Brad and Alex. Today we're going to be talking about fantasy football. So, Brad and Alex, what are your opinions on the top three quarterbacks in fantasy?
All right, Jimmy Garoppolo is by far the most underrated player in the NFL. Yes, he got a big contract, lived up to his hype. He's going to be a very good player, learned under Tom Brady for 2 or 3 years in the New England system. He's going to be great. Jacoby Brissett, with only a couple months with Tom Brady, was great for the Colts. Now, yes, for a player that was a 6th or 7th round pick, that was great in their first year. Now, yes, it wasn't outstanding, it wasn't Pro Bowl, but it was still great for what he could do. I never thought he could be a starter in this league.
I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers. I think I say this every year. He's probably the most consistent football player that we have in this generation. He's great at throwing the ball. I mean, I know that he did lose Jordy Nelson this offseason, but with his talent, I definitely think that he can work things out with his new receivers and still be successful.
Okay.
I agree with that. Aaron Rodgers every year is consistent. I have him in fantasy every year. He's a pivotal point of my team. Last year with the injury, it did hurt me, but still when he came back, he was productive.
Okay. Let's move on to wide receivers. There are a lot of good ones. What are your opinions, Alex?
I think, obviously, Julio Jones is one of the best wide receivers.
No. The most overrated wide receiver by a mile in this league. He does get a lot of receptions, does get yards, but does not get that many touchdowns.
That is not true.
I don't think Julio Jones is overrated at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the big reasons why Matt Ryan was so hot in that 2017 playoff run. So I really think that Julio Jones is the best receiver, besides Antonio Brown, who I also think is good, not as good as Jones, but Antonio Brown is definitely going to be like my number 2 or number 3.
All right, I have, as my wide receivers, I have Antonio Brown and Odell Beckham are close 1 and 2. Antonio Brown is consistent every year, and he has a great running back in Le'Veon Bell to back him up. He doesn't have all the pressure on him. And Odell is the same talent as Antonio Brown, but he always gets double covered. But now, Saquon Barkley's in the picture, a great running back that can catch. I think defenses are going to be more hesitant to not double team Odell anymore and put more pressure on Saquon.
Well, first, Odell's great running back. I mean, great wide receiver. You got to see what Saquon does. They're not just going to go out and start double guarding him. You got to see what happens. I believe you are 100% wrong with Odell being the top one. Let's move on to running backs. What are your opinions on it?
Running back wise, all right. I love Saquon Barkley this year, but I gotta give my love to Zeke. He's the best offensive line in the NFL. He can run. I love Zeke. I think he's gonna be very good this year.
I mean, yeah, I know the Cowboys definitely have a great offensive line, but, the Giants also have a really great O-line, and Saquon Barkley is going to be a superstar. I can tell from the day he got drafted. He can catch, he can run, and I definitely think that he's going to be the spark that the Giants really need this season.
I can't agree with you more.
Well, is there anything else?
Tight ends.
Okay.
Tight ends.
Yeah, what are your opinions on tight ends?
Tight ends. Zach Ertz played very well last year. I think it was a 1-year season. I love Gronk. Every year, Gronk is very good. I don't go tight end heavy in my drafts, but if you're at the end of the first round, beginning of the second round, if Gronk is still there, I would recommend picking Gronk with those picks. Rob Gronkowski is a very good player, has a lot of good skills, and this could be one of his final seasons. Wants to play very well. He does have some injury problems, so you got to be careful how he does in training camp and watch out for his injuries. But he's my number 1 tight end.
I mean, as you said, Gronk definitely has some injury issues. Every year it seems like he's getting hurt and going on the disabled list, and that's the guy the Patriots need to be successful. So I'm really going to go with Zach Ertz here. He was one of the best tight ends last year. He led the team in receiving yards, and he definitely scored that big touchdown in the Super Bowl as well.
Well, we're going to end it for now. Remember, this is Sports Broadcasting Camp. See you again.